Welcome everyone to this week's Hump Day Market Recap series. If you guys are enjoying this type of market recap videos with CFO, make sure you guys let me know by commenting down below and subscribing to the CFO channel if you are new. And of course, for good luck for the rest of this week, press that like button down below. All right, let's begin. So the markets today was essentially chop. In fact, the markets for the last 3 trading days, including today, was simply chop. Now, this chop has fortunately occurred over the daily 10 SMA. Now, as I've mentioned already on previous videos, we need to throw up the yellow flag. Why? Well, the price continues to stick to its daily 10 SMA rather than bouncing and pivoting away back to all-time highs. And so if we do see a decisive break below the daily 10 SMA with selling volume, with a lot of selling volume in fact, that's when we put up our first red flag. And that usually means if the price decides to stay underneath the daily 10 SMA, whether it be a day or 2 or 3 days, the price will be automatically attracted towards the next SMA, which is my daily 21 SMA or this light blue line. Now, what I like about the current rising daily 21 SMA is that it's getting very close to our next daily support level of $540. I also talked about this level a couple of times a few weeks ago as well. So this 540 level can be a simultaneous retest of the daily 21 SMA by the price. And if you do see some more selling volume coming in at that point, then there is also a good probability that we can see a break below the daily 21 SMA, which officially makes the daily 10 and daily 21 SMAs areas of hard and significant resistance. And at that point, we will be attracted towards my next major long-term SMA, the daily 50 SMA. And so far, the daily 50 SMA has been showing signs that it wants to retest with the price very, very soon. How do I know this? Well, because the daily 50 continues to stick very close to all the candlesticks. If you just take a look at the price action from April all the way up into the first day of June, the daily 50 SMA is not that far away. And so at some point, whether it be due to seasonality patterns or just a simple stock market correction, we should be able to see another retest of the daily 50 SMA. Okay, this dark blue line here. Now, specifically today, okay, let's take a look at the mega growth cap leaders, right? So this is from Vanguard. So today we had a continuation of that bounce that we saw yesterday. And I also talked about this briefly in last night's live stream. So make sure you guys take a look at that stream because I talk extensively about leaders and specifically Tesla. And you guys can find the link down below in the description box. So make sure you guys take a look at that. So MGK here definitely has some strength overall. So again, leaders had some very good strength, especially all the quote-unquote lagging leaders. I know that's an oxymoron, but literally the lagging leaders like Tesla, Amazon, and even just Apple, which continued its breakout to the upside, had amazing gains today. And so MGK was able to continue its rampage up higher along with very good volume to back up this rampage up higher, right? And this rampage has been, again, potentially can provide us with the future opportunity. And now I can't believe I'm saying this, but we can potentially continue to go up higher and leaders can continue to turn around all the way up into the end of this month and into most likely the first week of quarter 3, which is the first week of July. So make sure you guys are keeping your eyes on the mega growth cap leaders, or the mega cap stocks, and just try to see if we start to see a bit more of a rotation back into the leaders like we've been seeing since yesterday and into today, because we can potentially see a big pivot back towards kind of a tip back towards the leaders. Okay, and you do not want to miss out on that, especially if we're about to have a potential blow off the top move as we head into the first week of quarter 3. Now, I will talk a lot about that more in detail in this upcoming week's CFO Swinger Watch report. Okay, now Tesla, what an amazing breakout today. I, again, talked extensively and only about Tesla last night, so make sure you guys watch the stream. But I will just very quickly go over the price action today. So we have officially flipped 187.50 as a new level of support. It was a previous level of sticky resistance, but now we're able to push out the sellers and have some new buyers coming in with great relative strength and great buying momentum, and we hit all of our short-term profit targets. And so this one has a lot of room left to go back to this psychological magnetic whole number level of $200 and eventually hit my short to mid-term profit target of 205.50 and hopefully hit that daily 200 SMA. And so just based on my SMAs, this is picture perfect, right? We are moving away from my long-term daily 50 SMA, which is my dark blue line, and also we're seeing the daily 10 SMA continuously supporting the price as it moves on up higher, and then the daily 21 SMA will continue to trail close behind. Again, a picture perfect breakout and a picture perfect textbook uptrend. Now the next name that I want to look at is Amazon. So Amazon had a great breakout today as well on a multi-year level at 190. This is the 2-year-old level that we just broke out of today. And in fact, we hit a new all-time high. So kudos to Amazon. And I believe Amazon also had some amazing and pretty surprising news, to be honest, because they have announced that they will be having their own Temu-like discount area on their Amazon website. So they're going to have well, it's the same brand, Amazon, but they're going to have a little section where we're going to be seeing similar products with similar prices that we can find on Temu, but on Amazon. And so basically, I think this is a great move. I personally feel like this is a great and a logical move for Amazon. And this type of kind of a quote unquote small marketplace for Amazon can potentially help them curtail any fees, like maybe middleman fees that could be eating away at their current margins. And they can, again, continue to stay up to date, I guess, with the e-commerce trends like Temu, right? Temu has been a pretty huge, I guess, effect on the overall e-commerce market. And so I think Amazon is really just trying to come into this, again, quote unquote, tiny industry and space and just trying to eat up the market share that this current tiny market industry has, right? So again, PDD, which is the owner of Temu, okay, PDD Holdings, has had a small negative reaction to the downside off of that Amazon news, if it loads here. And to be honest, I really don't think PDD will be affected too much. I think they can, again, continue to be one of the greatest and one of the strongest Chinese tech stocks right now. And PDD, again, won't be too affected by Temu. Why? Well, Temu already has kind of that name and brand recognition. I mean, it's even a household name. If you ask anyone, any demographic at this point, they will know what Temu is. And you guys can ask your own grandmothers, your own mothers, right? And they will know what Temu is. It kind of reminds me of that clothing brand from China, Shein. And so Amazon, if they can't successfully launch this Temu-like section on their actual website, then they can again just successfully ship out products to their consumers directly from China, and they can again curtail any fees that they may have had from their original shipping methods and just overall business operations. All right, now last but not least, I want to talk about tomorrow, right? So the last half of this week, Thursday and Friday, because we have two very big catalysts that can potentially bring about a negative reaction to the market. So tomorrow, first of all, we have our first presidential debate of 2024 at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is my time zone. And that means I will be able to talk about the debate tomorrow on Thursday's live stream that starts at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on top of this, we also have Friday's PCE report for the month of May. And that'll be very, very important. And hopefully you guys know why by now, since I've mentioned it many, many times over the last couple of years. And so with the PCE report and the presidential debate, the markets will find a lot of reasons to be very volatile in the last 2 days. And hopefully it's just the last day, just Friday, since again, the presidential debate is going to be overnight. And so the overnight markets will most likely react to it. But again, the more important PCE report will most likely have the largest effect for the overnight markets and especially pre-market. Right now, the number one sign that I have seen today actually was TLT, the bond markets. So TLT had a pretty solid gap down today, and it continued to move lower at the close, and it's still based on the after hours price action continues to move down. And so it closed at negative 1.43%, and that also means that the bond yields have moved up higher. So the 10-year yield, TNX, and even the 30-year yield both moved higher, right? TNX and TYX. And in fact, both of these bond yields seem to be breaking out of a very tight wedge chart pattern. And I believe I have made that observation here on TNX. And so, with such a move like this on the bond markets, it's basically telling us that we need to be cautious. So here it is, a nice wedge chart pattern. And so if we do see a continuation of this breakout from the bond yields, that means bond prices will inversely move lower. And that is going to be a caution, a warning sign for the overall equity markets as we head into both of these two major catalysts at the end of this week. So watch out and hedge. Okay, so we are already hedged. So make sure you guys are hedged as well. It's very, very important. All right, so that is it for this video. If you guys liked what you heard, please smash that thumbs up down below and hit that subscribe button if you're new. And also, if you are new here and you want to join the CFO Swinger Watch report and the private CFO Discord, you can get 50% off for your first 30 days. It's a first come, first serve basis. So all you need to do is DM me on Instagram at ChartsFocus1 to claim your spot. And if you join tonight, you can gain access to the current swing trades and ideas that we have on right now and see this week's and previous reports and much more. So make sure you guys DM me on Instagram at ChartsFocus1. And make sure you guys are always checking out the other videos on this channel to continue your learning in trading. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday.